WSB20060912LowResPart02 Ottawa, and I apologize for any sneezing or cracking of voice. This weather's really messed my sinuses up. And in order to stay in my 3-minute limit, I'm just going to read, so please excuse if I'm not making sufficient eye contact. At the last board meeting, the appointment of the athletic director appeared on the agenda as an action item. This was supposed to be a culmination of a process set in motion by the superintendent when a committee was formed of district personnel and community members who volunteered their services and presented the name of a candidate for your consideration. For reasons that were never made clear, a motion to table the vote was made, and it was seconded, and it passed by a vote of 5-2. So my question is, what happens now? I did some online research on school board protocol and found a national website where Dr. Paul Crone, who is a member of the South Carolina State Board of Education and a specialist in school board protocol, and this website answered common questions. He states that a motion to table is properly used only when it is necessary to suspend consideration of a specific item in order to deal with another matter, usually an emergency, which comes up unexpectedly. And it's never intended to be used to kill a motion, but usually moves that motion to a different place on the same meeting's agenda. He states that a tougher issue occurs when that motion is not dealt with in that meeting and is tabled and not brought up that evening. In that situation, he recommends, with his professional background, that it simply be listed on the next meeting's agenda as unfinished business to be dealt with. But I don't see it on tonight's agenda. I don't see anything about appointing an athletic director. And I would like to know precisely when this item will receive its due attention. What has come to my attention, though, is the distribution of a new job posting, which was dated August 24, 2006, exactly 2 days after the last board meeting. And this, after the same night that the motion was tabled. This new posting, as Mr. Caskey alluded to, seeks only to find a temporary AD for the remainder of the 06-07 school year, and disturbingly, I agree with Mr. Caskey, prohibits that person from even being able to apply to the permanent position, which is apparently to be posted at some date later in the school year. This turn of events, again, raises serious questions of how this board is making decisions and whether or not they are complying with proper protocol, both in open and closed session. And as a voting, tax-paying member of the community, I would like this matter addressed, if not at this time, at some point in the meeting, or at least in board member comments. And in closing, I'd like to say that certain board members have a history of accusing myself and other people in the community of having a hidden agenda when asking questions such as this, but let me be clear. Expecting elected officials to conduct the taxpayer-funded business with proper protocol, ethics, and transparency is not an agenda. It is our right and our responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you. Jessica Armstrong.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I live at 942 North County Street. I'm here on behalf of the Student Council, and today, Mrs. Summer, she told Student Council that Mr. Newby, Mr. Guerra, and you, the school board members, said we could not have a bonfire due to safety reasons, and that it was too dangerous. This has been a tradition for many years, and police and firefighters have always been on hand. Introducing new traditions is all well and good, but I do not think old traditions should be eliminated. On behalf of Student Council and the senior class, please reconsider. It would mean a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I know we have to do crosstalk, but you gonna have your bonfire.
Thank you.
Sarah Rivera.
I'm Sarah Rivera, I live at 337 North Budget Street. This is the first time I'm attending the board meeting. I'm here on behalf of the employee for Airmark. We have an issue with the food service. The kids are very dissatisfied with the food they're receiving, so it's the staff. Our main concern is the food, and the second concern is the disrespect they have for the employees. And the management communication because it's not there at all. Thank you.
Margaret Croswell, 532 North Lewis Avenue. I'm passing out a copy of the legislative, to share with you the legislative history behind Hispanic Heritage Month. The public law number 90-49, which was approved September 7th of 1968, the night of Congress, resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, and the President is hereby authorized and requested to issue annually a proclamation designating the week, including September 15th, 16th, as the National Hispanic Heritage Week, and calling upon the people of the United States, especially the educational community, to observe such a week with appropriate ceremonies. The third paragraph, August 17, 1988, the Senate and the House of Representatives changed it to Hispanic Month, a month-long celebration. Our community already shares many similar, diverse cultural events, Casimir Pulaski Day, Columbus Day, St. Patrick's Day. My daughter is a student here at Waukegan Public Schools, received extra credit for her English classes for attending many public school events, including plays. As a member of the ROTC, she marched in many parades each year, Labor Day, Memorial Day, in our community. I'm standing by some of the negatives from a few in our community, and I ask, why is it that everyone's criticizing our school system, our school board members especially, Mr. Guerra, our high school principal, while at the same time, no one even says a word about the city sponsoring the parade just the same the very next day? I think that's the question that needs to be addressed. Teaching the contributions of Hispanic Americans and learning about the cultures from which they come will be the focal point of many classroom activities and discussions in the weeks ahead as students across the entire United States recognize Hispanic Heritage Month, which officially begins September 15th, this Friday, and ends October 15th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robert E. Evans. Steve.
Robert B. Evans Sr., 337 George Avenue, Waukegan, Illinois. I just stand to say, may God continue to bless this school board and District 60 in its entirety. Thank you.
Doris, and I'm afraid I can't read the last name. Doris Curry.
Joy Curry.